It's my party. So, are you part of the wild bunch? Stella says you're dangerous.
He's used his glass as an ashtray, as if to say, you sure or what? I'm Stephen Gillen. Today I'm going to be reacting to RocknRolla.
The American crayfish was introduced in the 20s. I guess.
Lenny Cole plays an absolutely blinding role in this. Guy Ritchie's RocknRolla. The one-liners, amazing. He plays the great gang boss here.
Danny, hose him down.
Wow, he looks well, doesn't he? Hose him down. Great set design with this, pushing this narrative forward.
Ben, can I have a word?
I love Archie too. Archie's that stable kind of character. He's always there. He's real stuff. He's proper. He's intelligent. He does whatever needs to be done. Everyone needs an Archie. But of course, you've got to be very careful as well, as we see in this film. Because Archie, he's very ambitious too.
Called, Greek and Minnie.
Roman and Mickey.
Yeah, whatever.
You ever bought a ticket to the Junkies Boneyard, Roman?
Got a lot of really good actors in this as well. You know, they've pulled together a really good cast. They're all in there. Tom Hardy's in there. Anson Bob, Stella, Tasman's in there. They're all in there, really, really pushing this narrative. There's always these kind of shady characters. Johnny Quid is such a masterful, memorable character because he's elusive. Where is he, you know? Everyone's chasing him like this painting. And of course, he's the man who knows where the painting is. So pretty much everything always hangs on him. It's a very druggy turnout, isn't it, with Johnny Quid? You know, did I know a lot of guys like this in shitholes like this? Absolutely I did. You know, they may not have had as much allure or money as Johnny Quid, but it was the same shit. I mean, look at the state of him. He's not in a good way, is he?
Come on, Bobby boy.
I think these two played a blinding double act. Handsome Bob, Gerard Butler, 1-2. He's the protagonist, really, Gerard Butler. You know, and this, he played a lot of roles. I remember him in Law-Abiding Citizen, a typical role for him, magical character actor. And this is a little bit out of his depth in a different role. I was very interested at how he was going to play 1-2. He's a top quality act, class act, and he really pulls it off.
All right.
Drink?
Of course, they've got this thing going on, these two. You know, it's another bit of the script. Is it going to come out, right? What's going on? And it's an end game.
You're not joining me?
Sure. I like that.
Of course, Stella is shacked up with Yuri, the moody Abramovich, who's the oligarch who's causing all the problems. Of course, he gets jealous, and there's another part that pushes the script and causes murders between these characters. She's strategically placed within the lot of them to cause as much maximum damage, of course, as possible, and does a great job at it. I think this is a great scene. I think she plays an amazing, amazing part in this, Stella.
I'm Bertie. It's my party. So, are you part of the wild bunch? Stella says you're dangerous.
Hi. my name's Bertie, right in the middle of this madness, because it focuses the mind. And then you've got that, you know, he's used his glass as an ashtray, as if to say, you fucking sure or what? Nice bit of dancing going on there. You see these? It's very brandy. This, it makes for a very iconic scene, well placed against like that Pulp Fiction turnout. It was great. It was very cleverly placed. Nice sprinkling of action in this as well, of course, driving the script. You know, and you get that shock and horror. I mean, have a look at this. You know, in broad daylight. Here we go again. I love the Wild Bunch in here as well. You know, that's what we was like, the Wild Bunch. You know, you have that, your little firm around you, and it is nuts. You know, nuts, absolutely nuts, and you do crazy mental things like this, and even worse, I have to tell you. Look, it's a little bit over the top because of what it is, right? These things can, you know, and have happened, right? You know, and they can do. I mean, I know myself, look, there's plenty of Ram Raiders. They go straight in there, take the windows out, they go in there with bats, whatever they're doing, you know, and, you know, a lot of smash and grab artists, a lot of this stuff goes on. So it's plausible, but really heightened because of the film.
Please stay there.
That's what they say. Never bring a knife to a gunfight, son. And that's the reason why. But it's great the way he's populated this script with these characters who never say die, right? You know, you've got the Chechens. They're like the Bionic Man, these people. They just don't stop. They're on drugs. They get hit. They get shot. They get run over and ironed out. Like the cartoon characters in the thing, and they come back up and they're still there for more. And here he is again. Now he's on the thing, he's changing them. He's on the back of the car and he's still there. How do you get rid of this guy? As I said, not someone you would want on your case, that's for sure. This is the start of the scene where they're running. They just can't get rid of this guy. It's a very memorable scene, this, in the whole film. Absolutely hilarious. Of course, very, very serious and part of the overall subplots of the main narrative. But you see how he's weaved this together. It's an amazing film. Of course, he's in partnership with Warner Brothers here, so it's a high quality production that was always going to do very well and hit the mark on many areas, not just for cinematography, scripting, dialogue, but even the performance, format-driven elements of the film. Look, you know, even myself, I've had changes like this, right? Maybe not the same, but the same kind of a thing where you're going. You think you never get away from these people. And you've got one there like he's gone, but there's other people that'll chase you down to the death. He sees his friend there now, and he's a top athlete, top class. He's ready. He's ready for the long haul. Look, rip the shirt off, say, wow. Look at this guy. He's got the star, fully fledged. He means business. Now you've got a different kind of trouble. This guy, he's paced himself. It's a great scene, iconic scene. I think one of the most iconic scenes in this film. There are a lot. Lenny really pushes some really impactful scenes by the manner of how he pushes this script forward and the dialogue he delivers. It's very well done.
Please understand that I will kill you very slowly.
It's a great twist at the end as well with Lenny, and it just shows you what it's really like. Those closest to you who know the most about you, who you have to watch the most, because if it turns and their survival or the odds outweigh their loyalty to you, you're gone. You know, it's really, really as easy as that. It's dog eat dog. And the wind can turn very quickly.
Because every time an informer finds himself in front of a judge,
and it's so clever, but I have to say it's so true about how this turns out, about these informants. I mean, when we was on the street, you know, there'd be big names. I'm talking about some of the biggest names, big names, and they'd be having 10-year runs, 15-year runs. Now, they'd be doing even worse than what we was doing, more active. And we would think, you know, how are they doing it? Are they clever enough? Of course they're clever, but they're never going to be that clever, because we had to be lucky all the time. They only had to be lucky once. So of course, you know, we knew a lot of these guys, they was in bed with the old bill all the way through, and they was getting a license. That's why they was staying free, and that's why they was reigning. And then RocknRolla, it's portrayed beautifully, just how this turns with Lenny. Of course, he's been the informant all along, and his turn comes.
you are a very dirty bastard, Sydney.
Yeah.
Growing up in that life, did you ever have friends that turned out to be grasses?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately, you know, and I say unfortunately, organised crime, a life of organised crime is bad, but for me, when you're in that life or what you choose, you should have some honour, like I did. I kept to the rules of that life. It was very hard for people to get close to us or around us because of how aware we was of that kind of thing. Organised crime, of course, is wrong. I always paid my dues and kept to the rules of that life. I'd done over 12 years as a Category A prisoner, released as a Category A, went through horrendous stuff for keeping my law and keeping my mouth shut. But just think about the people who say they play by the rules of this game and just how dirty it really is. What did I think of Guy Ritchie's RocknRolla? Guys, another amazing script, action-packed, all the elements in there. For authenticity, I would give it an A. There's parts of it are far-fetched, but there's a lot of really good, well-crafted, authentic elements in there. What would I give it for cinematography, performance, content-related elements? I'd give it an A, going on to an 8.5. There's some magical filmmaking in there, some real detail, you know, imaginative cinematography and scripting. For that reason, they've done an excellent job.